The feminist movement has arrived. I'm Jay. I am your host. Let's get past the sponsors and we're going to see what's popping. You already know Timo, water from Timo, you're going to have, you're not going to get what you absolutely want. All right, let's get right into it. Come on. I'm going to do some buffering, but it's all good. You with me? You rocking with me?
So
and
it's
I'm
funny
rocking with
because
you.
we often say that politics is downstream from culture, but sometimes culture ends up being downstream from politics. When Roe v. Wade was overturned, women across the country said that they were swearing off casual sex. They would be more careful with the men they were sleeping with. They were going to get on birth control.
Now, hold on, guys. They said a lot of things. And before the movement had came in, I already was getting that. Honestly, I have 8 kids, and it's like they already knew. It's like they had a psychic tell them. I was doing everything right, guys, but it didn't matter. The 4B movement was happening before the 4B movement. Honestly, let's go.
Role as a rebellion, not really realizing that that is kind of the solution to literally everyone's problems. Less casual
You heard that? Let me rewind that.
They would be more careful with the men they were sleeping with. They were going to get on birth control as a rebellion, not really realizing that that is kind of the solution to literally everyone's problems. Less casual means fewer babies that you want to abort, happier women, healthier America. And now, with Trump winning the election in America and half of American women believing that they are being stripped of their rights, they have decided to rebel yet again. And at first, this maybe seemed healthy, but then it took a turn for the worse. And we really need to address the 48% of white women who didn't vote for Trump, because I do not think they are okay. Before we dive into this story, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the comment section channel if you've not already, and of course, ring that notification bell to make sure that you stay up to date on all of our episodes. So first of all,
this is just the
I
beginning,
just want to set the scene for you guys, because this is what these women were acting like the day after the election. Just watch. So she captions this 10 out of 10.
Let me stop you for a second. I've been to court many of times, and it's never been over a man. I'm just want to let you know. It's always usually over a woman. And the court always takes the woman's side. I just want to say that. And I always been telling the courthouse from day one that they're like this. It's just now because of the 4B movement, we get to see it. We get to see the crazy side of y'all. We men been living with that for years. And we'll go to court and we'll say something. They looking at us like we're crazy. And this is them showing their true colors. I love that song. I see your true colors shining through. All right, back to the video.
And highly recommend finding a quiet place in nature and screaming into the abyss today. And here's another.
I'm not speaking to men today. If a man speaks to me, I'm not speaking back.
Great. Excellent.
This might be hard to believe, but are you aware that nobody gives a shit?
So obviously they are not doing well in the slightest. But you know what? Like I said in my episode about why I voted for Trump, they're angry. I understand. They wanted Kamala to win. It sucks when your candidate does not win. We all went through that in 2020. They are being dramatic, emotional women. Per usual, we'll just let it blow over and then we'll get back to business. But then they kept going. And next, because they were so angry at men, they started posting about how they wanted to, decenter the patriarchy from their lives. And if men were going...
Now, mind you, they've been doing that. I mean, any man that's watching this and he already was experiencing the 4B movement before the 4B movement even started, comment and let me know. Because I already know. Why do you think the world is going crazy now? Women started closing their legs and started asking for more. And there's nothing wrong with that in a healthy relationship. But to just close it off and expect us to just deal with it and then not have real conversations about it, the whole world is going to go upside down. Now, mind you, I have my 8 kids already, so I had my fun, let's just say. But watching the world change, maybe I got a memo early. Let's go.
To vote to take away their rights to have abortions, which again is not happening, then they were once again swearing off. Wow, what a revolutionary idea.
I've decided that cigarettes don't count today, and I honestly might go get a tattoo. But I also have decided that for the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men. As a woman, my bodily autonomy matters, and this is my way to exercise sovereignty over that. So I highly encourage any other women that are
I just want to stop for a second. I guarantee you, before the 4B movement, she already was doing it to her significant other. She just gets to voice it now. He was living in that house, going every day to work and doing his thing and pretending that things were good at home. In reality, she been closing the cookie jar, putting a lock on it, and you just got to deal with it. Probably messing with his friends or whatever. This is why, guys, nowadays in 2024, stay on your grind and don't worry about that box, okay? Play Xbox. Let's go.
single, and care about progressing women's rights and still fighting for our bodily autonomy, to do the same. If you need somebody to cuddle or hold your hand or give you a kiss, I bet you one of your girlfriends will do it, okay? You don't even have to really be gay, okay? It's okay to have a lot of platonic love for the next 4 years.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is that lesbianism is about to absolutely skyrocket. They are the real ones that are profiting off of this. But anyway, here is...
Now, here's the thing. It's been doing that. Men know. Men already know that your significant other more likely was going to the other side. And men, do not blame yourselves. You could have did everything right, check every box, and it still wasn't good enough in the society we live in. Because they've chosen their side. It's the other side. They don't want to be on our side no more. Unless there's a war or something like that, they have no love for men no more. You know, the world has gone crazy. And unfortunately, the universe is watching it, and the universe is going to step in. Because it needs procreation, like it or not. And women with women cannot have babies. You still need a man. So at the end of the day, we're going to see how this turns out. Welcome to 2024. Let's go.
another one.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Especially in Florida.
And I said this in a previous episode, but women are going around screeching this online. Not every man is only considered with getting laid. So, good luck to you. It's probably better that you're staying abstinent. That is a good thing for you mentally. Not all men care. This girl posted another video that was very similar. She said, if men won't respect our bodies, they don't get access to our bodies. Okay, this is why this is actually a good thing. You're abstaining from because you do not want to risk getting pregnant with somebody that you're not ready to start a family with. You don't want to sleep with a man who does not respect your body. Ladies, like, keep it up. This is fantastic. This is exactly what you should be doing. I know that you think that this is some sort of protest, but come on, you are literally helping everyone. Some guy tweeted and said,
I agree with her. You know, one thing I always want to advocate, they need to bring smell-o-vision to reality. Because most of these women are only going further ahead because we can't smell what they're cooking. You smell me? Or men. The reality is the smells of life make us react a certain way. And with television, the internet, you cannot smell these people. So they're walking around and they're smellless. So they get all this love. But reality, if you get a whiff of their attitude, a whiff of their whatever they're eating, whatever they're, consuming, they could just have a cheese fish sandwich and they come online looking sexy and get 1,000 views. When reality, if the men had smell-o-vision, they would have walked away. So I advocate for smell-o-vision. As far as respecting, everybody should give everybody respect nowadays. I don't know where that went out the window. More than just your body. Okay? Let's go.
women on here are threatening to stop having casual sex and warning us that they'll start making sure their partners align with their values. How is the entire culture fixing itself from this one event? I can't explain it. Another person commented and said, every few years, the feminists reinvent traditional values and act like they discovered electricity. I 100% agree, but the thing is, this never sticks. Another person commented and said, am I the only one who remembers 2016? This has happened before, and the women did not, in fact, fix themselves. Yeah, they tried this in 2016, and after the high of the attention wore off and everyone moved on, they went back to normal. They tried after Roe v. Wade was overturned, and guess what? That did not stick either. And they're doing this so that they can get attention and feel that moral superiority that they so desperately require. And you might be thinking right now, okay, Brett, it's ending here. They're going to do this. They'll move on in a few months, but...
Burnout. We all experience it at some point. It's so important to me that I've actually been...
You gotta understand that... let me turn that down. You gotta understand that at the end of the day, fellas, just wake up. Wake up, fellas.
Well, think again! I mean, maybe they realize that they can't do the same thing they've done 2 other times before, so now they're actually actually adopting something that we have talked about in previous episodes, which is the Korean 4B movement. And this is why I was so excited to do this episode, because I love when things overlap and we can do like a callback to another episode. But basically, TLDR, feminism is rampant in South Korea. Their birth rate is plummeting. Nobody's getting married. Nobody's having babies. And feminists really made this worse by creating the 4B movement, which means no sex with men, no dating, no marriage, and no children. And many of these women make that their full-time job, so they can also add no money to the list. They literally mooch off of their fathers, which just makes it even more comical. Anyway, women in America have adopted this movement. Here's a few headlines. No dating, no marriage, no children. Interest grows in the 4B movement to swear off men. Boycott men. South Korea's 4B movement gains traction in the U.S.
I just want to add, we knew this was kind of coming when we started seeing fake nails, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake attitude, you name it, you know. We knew this was coming. We allowed it because we wanted you guys to have something, you ladies. We wanted y'all to have a good time, enjoy yourself. We didn't want the complaining at home. Remember happy life, happy wife? But reality is we kind of knew this was going to detour off the rails eventually. And this is where we are today. All that fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake attitude, fake BBLs, it's got you where you got the kind of man now that you asked for, and now y'all want to do these movements. Reality is most women have a goldfish and they throw it in the ocean for a piranha. That's just reality, guys. Staying single, get your money up, get your grind up, take care of your children, and just live your best life. That's what 2024 is about. Let's go.
After Trump's win, Trump's election has women swearing off with men. But the thing is, guys, American women couldn't just stop there. They needed to feel special. They needed to do something that was unique and just a little bit different. So they decided to start shaving their heads.
Beautiful.
To put their own spin.
Britney Spears.
Just watch.
Just woke up this morning feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. All right. I don't know how to use this thing.
My favorite thing is that she keeps trying and it never works.
Hair, being skinny.
Yeah, that's nature trying to tell her, what are you doing?
And all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be.
These women are going to wake up 30 years from now, 20 years from now in menopause and be miserable. And they're doing it now to themselves. The train is going past over the rails. It's about to go into the ocean. When there's a war, let me say this. When there's a war, they're going to love us and need us. And I hope men can actually help women when there's a war. Because you never know in your lifetime, you might see war, real war. And you're going to look at men like you're supposed to have been looking at men to begin with. The problem is these women have forgotten about they got their freedoms because the men and women of the military and those type of things have did things that make it so you're not getting invaded by other places. But now the internet is being invasive. They're invading through the internet. There's different ways to invade countries. Look at this. Bad enough we don't even have enough children in this world right now, and they're going to lower the rate. I don't care. It don't bother me because I have better time in traffic, and I have my kids already. But wow, for the men who are just becoming 18, 19, you don't have any kids, it is going to be super hard for you to ever have one kid. I have 8. Imagine having one. Eddie Murphy has 10. You have to be a celebrity now to get one child now. That's the way they're making it now. Good luck with that, guys.
That's the only reason I voted for Trump then, because I have internalized misogyny. I'm so afraid of a woman of color being in office, and I want some crumbs from Donald Trump. Give me a break. You're not even trying to understand why 52% of women just like you voted for Donald Trump. You don't even want to think about it. You just want to shave your head and move on and say, F this, which she continues to do throughout the entire video.
And the crazy part is once they shave their heads, men are not going to want them. So you don't even need a 4B movement. Just shave your head, and we'll keep it moving. Because nowadays, men aren't talking to women anyway. We're not even changing women's tires. A woman could be walking up the stairs with a baby, and we'll just look at her and keep it moving. Because we don't want to get charged with nothing. The world is crazy. Chivalry has gone, and it's at the bottom of the ocean, inside of a box, inside of that box, inside of a box with a lock on it. Hey. We're just watching and enjoying ourselves, man. Get your money up. Get your grind up. There's other things in life besides women.
Until the end.
Stop having sex with men. Stop talking to men. Divorce your husbands. Leave your boyfriends. Leave them. They don't give a shit about you. And I promise you, come over to this side. I will bake cookies. I will shave your head if you want me to.
How did we go from Britney Spears shaving her head to that being like, oh my gosh, she's really having a mental breakdown, to now this being some kind of female empowerment rallying cry? Did we forget what happened 20 years ago and what we all thought about it? Like, how has this changed so quickly? Now, I know that there is a real psychological term for this, but this entire thing just screams, I'm unhappy, I'm insecure, and I want other people to feel as unhappy and insecure as I do. Like, she is literally urging women to leave their husbands, to leave.
Listen, guys, I got 3,800 videos of music, right? This is my poetry. And I don't expect nobody to listen to it. This was me, like, just venting, and I just didn't have a space to put this. Because I knew kind of world was changing, but I just was into my poetry thing. You know, I'm on to something, guys. I'm going to make a lot of these videos. Be prepared for them. If you subscribe, if you don't, it's all good. I don't make a penny off this. I just enjoy you guys getting to see some of the things I see. Welcome to my life. Come on this journey with me. We're staying sober over here. Let's go.
Leave their boyfriends to be single and happy like her. I mean, she'll bake you cookies, she'll cuddle you. You just need to leave men and shave your heads and not be hot and skinny, because obviously all of that is terrible. I'm sorry, this is not a woman who wants the best for other women. A woman that genuinely wants the best for other women would be telling them about Thrive Cosmetics, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. Thrive Cosmetics beauty products are certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free. They are made with clean skin to brighten up your fall look. This person in the back hiding your face, you're cosplaying as oppressed. You're hiding somebody's face. You're sitting there. You're so somber. There are literally women across the world who are getting married off at 9 years old. Those are not women, girls that are getting married off to middle-aged men at 9 years old. Women who are literally publicly executed because they show their hair in public. Women who cannot get medical attention. Women who cannot go to school. And you're sitting here.
This is what I was saying. These women of the 24th century or whatever, they're delusional. I'm not talking crap to the sane ones. They're delusional because they've never been in a war. This is what I mean. They don't know how to appreciate men. Something drastically has to happen, and then they'll appreciate a man. But by then, men might be pissed off, to be honest with you. You know, I hope you women can get it together and realize we do have love for y'all. We do have respect for y'all. We just wanted y'all to respect yourselves. You know, if you had a man, he had all these boundaries, he was trying to protect you, and you took it as him being extra, misogynistic, you name all the words, you know, and then they got the courts involved, and you know the courts always side with the women, 99.9% of the time, like a DNA test. You know, so at the end of the day, women need to wake up. This 4B movement is not going to hurt men. Men are going to be able to get back on the grind, get back into making this money, and focusing on their children, the ones that have kids. So go ahead and do your thing. We'll just raise our kids over here so the next generation can actually change. Let's go.
On your little TikTok app, shaving your head because you want to seem like you're oppressed because that gives your life value. That is what all of this is. Why are all of these middle-aged women, again, like this seriously screams, I need to feel important and relevant again, and I need to make other women, especially young women, feel as miserable as me. Like this poor girl. Like, what is this actually doing?
Just making men don't want you. That's it.
And all of these feelings of anger and frustration and insecurity.
Now they get to be masculine like they want it.
So many stunning, beautiful women all over this same app are literally celebrating Trump's win. They're celebrating their vote for Trump. Like, these videos are literally all over my For You page. This was right after he won. Here's another one. This absolutely beautiful, adorable mom. Like, she's precious. This is the other side of the internet right now. But I don't need to spend any more time showing you guys those videos because we literally did an entire episode about these women last week. But women moved right for Trump this year. White women specifically moved plus 11 points for Trump. So all of this head shaving, all of this drama, it is a desperate cope.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
It is a way to feel like they have some control over their lives, that they can stay relevant, they can bring other women down since they're probably angry that so many of us very happily voted for the Donald. I mean, they are desperate to hold on to this idea that they are so oppressed and have to fight back, but you're literally not. The Valley Girl on X put it well when she said, you live in the land of the free, with privileges that you take for granted. You are not oppressed. Do you know what real oppression is?
Exactly. This is what I've been pinpointing. They have never really been through trauma like enough to have an appreciation. See, when you come from the 70s, like I'm from the 70s, you've seen some things. and you'll appreciate people. You'll appreciate the military. You'll appreciate the government. You'll appreciate the women. You'll appreciate the men in your life because you know how things were. This detour that we're going to, we don't even know where we're headed. I'm scared for my children, but I'm going to raise them to respect everyone. Number one. Okay? Let's go.
Women in Afghanistan have no voice. They are forbidden from going to school, visiting places of worship, going to gyms, salons, or even national parks. They can't work. They can't leave their homes without a man present or even choose their own clothing. Their basic rights and safety are literally under threat every single day of their lives. They do not have the freedom to leave an abusive situation. Meanwhile, some liberals in America are shaving their heads to make a point. Did you think about donating that hair to Locks of Love? Do you realize that you're trivializing the experiences of women with cancer and alopecia? You rail against the system, yet it's because of capitalism and your right to free speech that you can vent on social media and even profit from it. Real feminists do not stand for this. Women who truly care about rights don't stand for this. The 4B movement is a mockery of the real horrors that women worldwide are facing. It is embarrassing, and it's tone deaf. And I completely agree with that. This impacted none of us other women in the slightest. Like, other than us seeing your video and going, ooh, okay, that is a bit much, maybe laughing at it, did not impact us. Men do not care, we don't care, but you know who does care? Well, like this poster just said, the women around the world who have lost their hair, whether that be to cancer or alopecia, or maybe it's fallen out due to the stress in their lives, that is who you've impacted. You are so focused on being martyrs and making yourself ugly to men that you haven't stopped to think about what that means for women who can't have the hair that you're buzzing off. Are you saying that they are unattractive and that men don't like them because they're bald? I mean, f*** you. But I will let these women speak for themselves.
I am not part of this trend. Stop. Stop. There are people that have lost their hair, like me, and it has been devastating. You guys claim to be so caring and kind, but look what you're doing. You guys are not realizing that you are triggering people that have lost their hair, that have cancer. Shaving your head because you think you've lost your rights, you didn't lose your rights. Good job, assholes.
I mean, could not have said it better myself. Here's another woman that posted this week. She did one of those TikTok slideshows, and she said, to the women shaving their heads for the 4B movement, you say that you're shaving your head so that men won't want you. But does that mean that men wouldn't want women that have struggled with hair loss due to alopecia or chemo? Your actions are very selfish, and it's only affecting women that have struggled with hair loss. Should we not be able to feel loved by a man? Should men not want us because we're bald? Y'all are making it seem like being bald is a bad thing, and it's really aggravating me. People make fun of bald people on a daily basis, yet don't want to be made fun of for being overweight, ugly, etc. I have fought too long and hard to normalize bald women. Us women with hair loss don't take your words kindly, and in fact, you're definitely making it harder for us to feel loved. So please, before you go shave your head, think of the women who have went through traumatic experiences losing their hair.
All right, guys, hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one more, because I want you to see. I want you to see what I'm talking about, this 4B movement, you know? This 4B movement is going crazy. Here's one more.
In the wake of Donald Trump's historic win, there's a new movement sweeping America. Disappointed women are actually swearing off men.
There's no way I am letting any man near me for the next few years.
They're saying no
Thanks.
to dating, no to marriage, no to sex,
Celibacy, at least to me, isn't that hard.
and no to having children.
Like so many other women in America who have
Like I said, I got 8 kids already. Thank goodness for that. Because the way the world is going, I don't even know. You know, I remember Michael Jackson, in order to have his kids, I think he paid that lady to have his kids. And I remember that. I said, Michael Jackson? This is the world. Wouldn't you want your kids? I mean, if I'm Michael Jackson, I want my kids. And my kids want to be around me. I'm Michael Jackson. And daddies are like Michael Jackson to their kids. But now it's going to be even hard to have children with women nowadays. This is why men are getting passports and going to other countries. Because at least over there, they have not been brainwashed into believing there's a movement against men. And reality is, wake up, ladies. We just want respect like y'all. We come home from a hard day's work. You can't have some food in the kitchen for us. We're not saying stay in the kitchen all day, but feed us so we have more energy to spend it on you. Well, that's too much. I digress.
been considering trying to get pregnant. I woke up today and said, nope, not anymore.
This woman is actually shaving her head in protest. It's being called the 4B movement, and women are taking to social media declaring their allegiance. The 4B movement was actually started by women in South Korea back in 2019 as part of their version of the Me Too movement. The number 4 refers refers to dating, marriage, sex, and children.
This movement's way more important now than ever.
26-year-old Alexa Vargas joined the movement 2 years ago and expects a surge of interest in the wake of the Trump victory. So you, in 2022, swore off dating forever.
Not forever. We're not going to settle for low value.
Not forever. You know what that really means, right? Like, come on, guys, not forever. Because you already know. You might as well just put yourself in a room and close the door. You know what I mean? Even a cat, when it's in heat, it's going to do what it do. Y'all going against nature's naturalness. But go ahead. Let's see how nature handles this.
Value men that don't respect us anymore.
But lots of women are mocking the no marriage, no sex movement.
Wait, that woman was cutting her hair off? Oh, bold.
Wild.
The fact that these crazos are out here, they're like, we're not touching men. I hope that means more for me.
Exactly. That's what's going to happen. More women are going to have more options now. So, alright guys, that was my reaction video on the 4B movement. Hope you guys wake up and smell the coffee. And do not fall for trends. Because trends will take you down rabbit holes, Alice in Wonderland rabbit holes you don't even want to go to. Just be respectful. If you have a good man, respect that man. You know what I mean? Rub him, give him a massage. Tell him he look good. And I hope he's doing the same for you. Because we out here every day in the real world. In the real world, men getting unalived by police. We being railroaded by a system. You know, we've been having to pay child support, and we don't even get to see our kids. There's so much going on with the men, and all we want you to say is, "Bae, thank you." How hard is that? You'd rather do a 4B movement than have gratitude and have an attitude of gratitude. Wow. Welcome to 2024, guys. It's almost over. Hopefully 2025 is coming, and we're changing. Subscribe to my channel. Like it if you do like it. I'll give you some more of these and stop doing my poetry. Because, you know, you'll see. Alright, guys. Have a beautiful day. Love you guys.